back. Give me a thumbs up so I know you're back. Oh, okay, 4. I got 4 thumbs up, 5. Yes, back. Good, good. Okay, Terence, you say that you mortgage specialist. Okay, for mortgage specialists, right? Okay, you can contact them directly lah. We do not have any recording for this video. I'm not sure whether the academy provide recording or not. I think they don't. Okay, one of the policies okay, this is to prevent our proprietary training to go to other companies. So I think there's no recording lah. Okay, but you can always come back and attend again. Okay, come back and attend again. But the KeyQuest one, right? You can Google them, KeyQuest. Yeah, okay, and contact Kenneth. Okay, he will do one-to-one to you, which is even better. Okay, but do take note now. Okay, some of the mortgage knowledge you need to know is for landed. Is just now I highlighted. Okay, do not. Or there will be loan issues if you are buying an empty plot of land. So no matter how run down the building is, right? Like even attached okay, keep the house there so that they can do a full full loan to value. Full loan to value. Yeah. Okay, so here I hope everyone is back. Okay, so I'm going to do additional sharing again. Okay, what is this? In this, okay, in this. Okay, so in this, the proper way to use in this for landed properties. Of course, most of in this, right? Most of the time you're looking for property ownership information. This is a must for every transaction you do, whether it's rental, whether it's sale, you need to do property ownership check. Okay, $5.25. So for landed properties, okay, there's one kind of landed properties you probably want to check another plan, another search. We call it encroachment boundary plan. Encroachment boundary plan. What is this encroachment boundary plan? I'll show you a sample. Okay, this is a sample of encroachment boundary plan. What kind of property you need to check? Okay, if your unit is a corner unit, and adjacent to your unit is national park, or no other land next to you already, or belongs to the government. Okay, belongs to the government. So here, okay, you will check out like this one, or this guy. There's encroachment onto state land, like part of MK23 -00000. This land is encroaching onto state land, and they are paying TOL. They are paying TOL. Like for this person, right? Okay, nature of encroachment, roof east projection. The roof east, the roof canopy is projecting into government land. Okay, so now they are paying a TOL of $120. Okay, so every year they need to pay lah. Okay, every year you need to pay lah. So this is for land corner unit that you suspect there might be some encroachment. Okay, so if there's no encroachment, okay, to state land, when you click here, okay, let's say you put any address, 8 what I'm quite sure this one have no encroachment. Okay, 8 Road, because it's a intermediate terrace. So you search, when you search, they'll show you address does not have any encroachment data. TOL, temporary occupation license. Okay, that means you rent the land from the government, or you rent land from the government. Okay. Okay, so if you are encroaching on state land, like recent years we have a case of encroaching on state land in Jalan-Kayu, right? The couple is being sued by the authorities and fined and request them to remove their wall that's building onto state land. This couple very notorious. They built their wall about 1,000 square feet into state land. Yeah, so this is one of the things you probably never check, okay, but let's say just, it's always good to check. If yours is a corner unit, then adjacent to an empty plot of land. Okay, so other things you check, road line plan. Or road line plan. Okay, road line plan like this. Let's say again, you sit to 8 Pohart Road. They will show you sample, but the sample will not show you the road line. Okay. Road line plan is a due diligence for all landed agents nowadays. Okay, this is to make sure that you advise there's no, like this is, this, they will show you a sample of the road line plan. Okay, you can do a preview. Okay. Once you buy, there's no refund anyway, even it's not affected. When do you check this? Before putting the 1% deposit? Yes, before putting the 1% deposit. So this is how a road line plan will look like. Okay, if it's affected by road line, you will see a red line. Okay, down here is a product preview that they don't show you the red line, or they don't show you a red line. So you need to purchase already, then they will show you. Okay, whether got or don't have. The best is don't have lah. Okay, 8 Pohart Road was previously affected by road line actually. Okay, so we are not sure whether the unit is being the road line has been lifted or the land has already been acquired by LTA for road expansion. Yeah. Okay, so road line plan. Other things you can buy here is, okay, so there's another thing you can buy. Okay, not you okay, in case your customer want okay, you what PUB plans. PUB plans you need to log in. I show you. Let me show you the PUB plan. What is PUB plan? We call it the sewage interpretation and drainage interpretation plan. So let me log in SingPass first. Okay, I show it to you. Okay, so this is PUB plan. You search for, let's say again, 8 Pohart Road. 8 Pohart Road. I always use 8 Pohart Road because I have a road line plan of it 10 years ago. Okay, so search. So 8 Pohart Road, then you will see what kind of plan you want to buy. Okay, drainage interpretation plan, sewage interpretation plan. Then you can see a preview. Okay, this one I usually ask the customers to get their PE, project engineer, or their QP, qualified person to buy, not me. Okay, but if they want a favor to just buy it for $28, then I'll show it to them. Okay, they will show, this is a preview so it doesn't show you the DIP, SIP. Okay, why do people want to buy sewage information or drainage interpretation? Okay, for two reasons. One, if you see a manhole inside the house, you want to shift the manhole. Okay, you probably want to check how the line look like and show to your contractor and ask him to give you a quote on how to shift the sewage line or the drainage line, okay, or the manhole. Two, you want to build a swimming pool, okay? You want to build a swimming pool, you need to make sure that you want to build a sunken swimming pool, you need to make sure that below the swimming pool, okay, there's no drainage or there's no sewage, because if not, you cannot build underground. Then you have to build above ground, okay? Does the category of roads affect the landed property value? If it's Cat 3, 4, 5, no. Category 3, Category 4, Category 5 does not affect much. But if it's Category 2, no landed properties is fronting Category 1 road. Fronting, I say fronting. Okay, means what is Category 1? Category 1 is expressway, ECP, PIE. Category 2 is like Tampines Road, Serangoon Road, main arterial road. We call it main arterial, Category 2 road. Okay, then all the small road like this, this is a small road. Okay, these are Cat 3 to 5, Cat 3, Cat 4, Cat 5, Category 3, Category 4, Category 5. The setback requirement for Cat 3 to 5 is 7.5 meter. 7.5 meter. Okay, Category 1 is 12. I can't remember category 1 is how much because no landed front it, but at the back maybe you have to set back from the road from the PIE ECP if your back is fronting the ECP PIE. Okay. Okay, so this is in this what are the various things that you can check. Okay, so for landed properties especially, the other one is street board plan. I haven't reached there yet. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to go back to the slides. Let me go back to the slides. Okay, so subdivision, some theory. Okay, some theory. Okay, I'm going to explain some logic behind this, so that you don't need to keep referring to this chart. Okay, when you do subdivision. So for example here, this is a pair of semi-D, or a pair of semi-D. You are the owner of plot B. Then you say, hey, my land size 400 square meter, I can actually qualify to be a detached house. Okay, my plot width is more than 10 meters because minimum plot width of a detached house is 10 meters. Then you say, can I break away from my neighbor and become a detached house? Why no? Why no? Showing you no does not make any sense to you. I'm going to explain the logic behind. Okay, your neighbor, okay, is a semi-D. Then the land size is only 200 square meters. So in order for you to break away, become a detached house, right? Your neighbor must also qualify to break away to become a detached house. Qualify means that it must be at least 400 square meters. The plot width must be at least 10. So since it's not, therefore it's not approved. That is not approved. So you cannot, this like a standalone semi-D is not allowed. Standalone semi-D is not allowed. Okay, because this unit cannot stand alone as a detached, therefore you also cannot stand alone as a detached. So here, what is this? Okay, let's say you have A and B, or A and B. Okay, there's a logic here. So your land size 400 square meters. You say, my land size 400 square meters. So I want to subdivide to one detached house and a semi-D attached to him. Okay, why is it not allowed? First of all, if you do something like this, right? What happened to land plot A, your neighbor? Okay, your neighbor by right 500 square meter, right? Originally is like this. So by right, both can break away to become a detached house. Qualified to become a detached house. But if you do something like this, you will permanently deny plot A to become a detached house. Therefore, it is affecting your neighbor negatively. Okay, so not allowed because this will not be, it will not be fair to plot A. Will not be fair to plot A. That's why it's not. Okay, of course, this is allowed. This, you want to like do plot of land 400 square meter each. Let's say this one, you want to break away as a, or you want to still rebuild into a semi-D, still allowed to do so. Still allowed to do so. Okay. C1 and C2. Can C1 and C2 be a semi-D? Can C1 and C2 be a semi-D? Can. C1 and C2 can be a semi-D. Can. Can. Okay. If you check, you want to change C1 and C2 to just a pair of semi-D attached to each other, because this attachment does not affect this unit. Okay, this unit still can break away. Okay. This is quite common. I knew it's quite common. It's quite common to do this. Okay, for this case, right? If instead of changing it this form, you break away and form a pair of semi-D, standing alone here, or two unit, one semi-D here, one semi-D there. Okay, then this unit stand alone. Okay, allowed. Okay, so these are some other permutation. Okay, the permutation all reflect one underlying principle, which is you cannot disadvantage your neighbor. Or you cannot disadvantage your neighbor. So that's the principle. So I'm not going to explain everything to you anymore because that's the principle. You cannot disadvantage your neighbor. That's all. Okay, so the logic behind is you cannot disadvantage your neighbor. Just remember this logic. Then after that, you refer to this table. Or you go to URA website, now they have a nicer looking table also. If C1 and C2 is 70, then how to handle the footing? What footing? Any new building tag to settle, please? New building tag. I don't know, understand. Maybe you can give me a call later. I explain to you. Okay. Wow. I shouldn't open the can of worms. I said you can call them. Everyone call already. You PM me later. Okay, PM me later. Jennifer, can they leave the house at it is? Can. They can leave the house at it is. Okay, let's go back to that slide. Okay, so if this become a semi-D, okay, and this is still here, okay, they are not forced to demolish it. They will not be forced to demolish it. They still can remain as it is. Or it still can remain as it is. Okay, upon the new development, then it become a detached house. Or it become a detached house. Okay, so these are subdivision. Okay, plot ratio. Okay, plot ratio. Just this side not very important. Not very important. Why? For landed, right? The plot ratio that we see usually is 1.4 only. We don't care about how many story you can build already. Okay, because the maximum story we are talking about is 3-story. 3-story, we are referring to envelope control. Or we refer to envelope control, which means that the maximum height you can build up to is 15.5 meter. 15.5 meter. So landed housing height control, right? Now is 15.5 meter. Okay, from the road level. However, in some areas, they are absolute technical constraint. Or they are absolute technical constraint. Okay, like AMSL. What is AMSL? Average mean sea level. So it's not the absolute technical height constraint that is no longer from the road level, but from sea level. From sea level. Okay, example. Okay, for example, like Botanic Garden. Okay, Botanic Garden. You see this dotted line. These are actually technical height constraint areas. Okay, this is also under the SDCP, special detailed control plan. Special detailed control plan. Okay, so in this area, within the dotted line, you cannot build above a certain height measured against sea level. Okay, so this is technical height control meant for what? Meant to preserve the tree line, the right of sight, or right of sight for Botanic Garden visitors. So they don't want any building to protrude above the tree line of Botanic Garden. Yeah. Due diligence of landed agents. This is one of my experience. This landed properties was transacted by me quite a number of years ago. Quite a number near Simei. Or near, I can't even remember the road name already. But of course, if I check the MK number. Okay, so how many technical question? Interesting technical. MK, Mu Kim. Okay, MK. How many MK are there before the hyphen? The maximum number here is the 2-digit number here. How many? Up to how many? From MK01 to MK1. Anyone know? Oh, your past exam one. What is how many MK are there? How many MUKIM are there in Singapore? 28? No, this district. District got 28 district. I say MUKIM number. How many town subdivision are there in Singapore? There are 30 town subdivision. There are 34 MK MUKIM. Yeah, there are 34 MUKIM. So maximum 34. So when you see MK28-941T, you know this is a land plot. How do you know this is a land plot? There's no U prefix. There's no prefix in front. It's a number. So MK28, MUKIM 28-land plot 941T. Okay. The others, the number at the back, don't need to worry. Okay. As long as there's no U here, U means If you have prefix U, it's a strata unit, or all condo units have a U in their after the hyphen. Condo units, your title will have a U. Okay. So this is how you interpret the MK number. Technical knowledge are not so useful. Nothing. Don't worry. Don't remember. No useless one. But let me tell you what I discovered. Okay, when I do these transactions. So when we issue OTP, right? Okay, we issue an address. Okay, we issue an address. But this address, okay, after careful inspection, we notice that there are two plots: MK28-941T and MK28-941L. 3941L. Okay, this takes depending on how good your lawyer is. Okay, conveyancing do remember lawyers are also human. Can lawyer make mistake? Can. Big mistake? Can. I still remember I just bought a property recently. Okay, and it's an investment property. So I go to a law firm and sign. I assume that everything is accurate. So I sign. So after completion, 1 month later, then they email me some documents, and I look through the documents. I discovered that there are a lot of mistakes in the documents. The name on the letter, right? Okay. I use a company. I have a company called Ray Media Academy. So I use the company to buy properties. Okay. So under the company name, Ray Media Academy, I already have 2 properties. Commercial properties. Okay, so what happened is inside their mortgage letter to the bank, okay, the company name is typed wrongly. Okay, and the bank also never discover, the lawyer also never discover. I discovered it by careful reading. I say, I think there's a mistake in 2 documents. 2 documents are one is assignment agreement. There's a mistake. The other one is a mortgage document. There's a mistake. But until completion, lawyer, banker, all never discovered this mistake except me. So now I have to re-sign the document, and I'm the one who discovered it. Okay, God's sake. So lawyers can make mistake. Why do I highlight this? Is when it comes to this kind of transaction, this land plot, right? This address got 2 plot, right? Okay, I ever encounter lawyers who convey this plot and never convey this plot. What do I mean by convey one plot, forget to convey the other plot? Okay, my purchase price is these 2 plots together. Okay, because it's fenced up. It's fenced up. It belongs to the owner. But if the lawyer forgot to convey this plot, okay, then when I do development, okay, this land size will not be included into my development submission. Okay, and this land will forever be in the old owner possession. This will lead to legal complication. Okay, so do this small Mukima MK 28-3942CR is road expansion. Okay, government already bought over already. Okay, so I need to convey these 2 plots. So this is one of the make sure that when you convey, right, you convey all plots, all the plots. Okay, so this is advanced from my own experience with sharing this with you. Okay, so I always do check on landlord. How do I check? I go to one map to check. Okay, one map is by Singapore Land Authorities. Okay, so you can check lot-based map, then check whether got any suspicious looking lot that is not. Then if I find something like this, I quickly buy in list. Make sure that this and this is the same owner before I make a purchase. So these are some. Very seldom you meet something like that. But if you meet something like this, you know how to handle. That's differentiate you from a pro agent. So pro agent, I notice things like this. Small detail I always notice. So whenever I did something like this, I due diligence, and I did encounter things like this, the buyer is super happy with us. It's like, luckily I got you. If not, I would have made a mistake. If not, the lawyer would have made a mistake. Yeah, stuff like this. You elevate yourself. Why is it necessary to craft out a smaller plot? No. I don't know. Okay, it just happened. It just happened. This is not crafted out. This was like, when we want to buy this land, it appears this way. It appears this way. How did it appear this way? We do not know. How come they there is maybe this triangular land used to belong to this plot. So this owner go and buy from them, but they never do amalgamation. Maybe, yeah. We never know how it come back. But it's not important. The important thing is you convey it. You convey it. So one of the other things that we need to take a look at is easement. Easement. Okay, do take note. Easement, what is easement? Easement is the right to use another person's land. Okay, for example, this is a court case fought between two neighbors, number 22 and number 23. I'm going to show you how does it look like. Okay, so the blue line denotes the boundary line of the property. Okay, so number 22, Wee Tiong Nam Road. I think the road name is Wee Tiong Ham Park. Wee Tiong Ham Park. Okay, number 22, Wee Tiong Ham Park, right? Okay, he owns this land. But you think no, this land have no access to the road. Have no access to the road. Okay, so there is a restrictive covenant on plot 23. Plot 23 own this land, including this road. So plot 23 need to give access to plot 22 to use his road. This is what I call easement. This is what I call easement. So easement, you have a dominant tenement, servient tenement. Do take note now, when you buy plot 22, right? In the title, you cannot find any easement on. Okay, title, because it's not a restrictive for the dominant tenement, it's not registered inside the title, but for the servient tenement, it is registered inside the title as a restrictive covenant. Okay, not to block the access of unit 22. So this will carry forward to the next buyer. All right, this will carry forward to the next buyer. Okay, so easement like this do affect the price of the property. So when you say like somebody long driveway you need at the back stuff like this okay, this is to make sure that try not to buy property with easement. Okay, or my advice to most buyers, try not to buy property easement because it could lead to potential conflict. It could lead to potential conflict, and therefore the servient tenement usually suffer in terms of value. Okay, so most of the units you see with long driveway, right? They usually own the long driveway, so it's not easement. Most of the units are not easement, but cases like this where unit 22 is landlocked, right? I have no choice but to use unit 23 road to get to the main road, right? You see, these are roads. This is not road. This is pavement. Okay, so unit 22, okay, is split into two plots. Okay, they do not have access to the main road. Therefore, they are given easement. So easement like this, you see, court case. Okay, so why the court case? Because it used to look like this. But the unit 23 owner go and reconstruct to this, and that caused unit 22, right, to be unhappy, and therefore sue the owner. They sue the owner of unit 23. So what's the outcome? We do not know, but you can see this is the trouble of having easement on your land. This is the trouble of having easement on your land. Wait, childcare center. If you are doing landed rental and you have a childcare center is quite common that they approach landed agents to try to rent landed properties. But some of the rules you need to take note. Okay, you can only rent detached or semi-detached. No more terraces. Terraces cannot. Nowadays, last time can, now cannot already. New application cannot use terraces as childcare center anymore. Okay, then you also need to make sure that within 350 meters, there's no more childcare center, student care, or kindergartens. Okay, these are small knowledge, not very important. Okay, purchase of remnant lands. How do you purchase remnant lands? Okay, if you want to add value to your customers, okay, I always like to present for corner units. Okay, corner units owner love me because they find that corner units, right? That means they are not adjacent to on one side, at least one side, they're not adjacent to anyone, either one plot of government land or etc. So there are sometimes they are very fortunate to have government land next to them. Okay, so we call those remnant lands. Very, very small piece of government land. Big piece you cannot. The government won't sell. Small piece that individually cannot develop one. Okay, you can actually buy over them. So usually the customer will ask me at what price. Depends whether you got competition. If you are the only one next to the government land, then no competition, then cheap. Then it's cheap. So how do we calculate? We use DC rate. Okay, so what do you submit? You submit application or application for alienation of state land. The processing fee is about $1,000. Okay, so it's cheap. On top of that, your price is based on DC table. Okay, if there's only one buyer. If it's more than one buyer, then you have to bid for it. And then it will be more expensive. Okay, so how much of the DC rate? 5/7 to the applicable development charge rate. 5 out of 7. So to understand how cheap it is, I'm going to show you a development charge. Okay, so development charge, right? This is sector 104. Sector 104 is where the Serangoon Garden is. Serangoon Garden. So to see development charge, right, under the development charge table, right? Okay, B1 is landed. B2 is condominiums and apartments. Okay, so landed is $5,390 per square meter. So per square feet is $530 roughly divided by 10. Okay, 5 out of 7 of $530. Okay, let's see if it's in Serangoon Garden, 5390 divided by 5390 divided by 10.764 is $500.74. Then divide by 7 times 5. So per square foot, $357. Cheap or not? Cheap or not? Will you buy? Will you buy to add land size? Say there's about 200 square feet of extra land from the government. You can buy them at $357 only per square foot. Will you benefit from the purchase? Confirm will benefit from this. How cheap it is. Yeah, this is how cheap it is. But this is a technical knowledge you should know lah. Okay, even if the client do not have any remnant lands beside them, right? When you flaunt this knowledge to them, they feel that, hey, I engage you. If next time I will look around, buy some old land, then next to it got some small empty plot of land. They find that you can add a lot of value to the customers. Okay, they should engage you to look for them. Right? This why see all my notes, right, is also my presentation to my customers. This remnant land purchase will follow your land tenure. Your land tenure. If your land tenure is like freehold, you will become freehold. Your land tenure is 999, you will become 999. Yeah. Okay. So but after purchasing, you need to do amalgamation. Amalgamation means combine the land into one plot, or you need to. How to check whether there is remnant land? Go to the site. See got or not. No, can visual inspection on. Can visual inspection on. If visual inspect got, okay, then you go and check whether this is a remnant land. Maybe it's a private land. We also don't know. Sometimes it's a private land, leftover land. Okay. How to do amalgamation through law firm? Yes, you do amalgamation through law firm. Amalgamation procedures and subdivision procedures are similar. You all need law firm. Law firm will charge you based on their charges. Subdivision or okay, let's say subdivision. Subdivision is one plot split into 2 plots. Okay, so they have a process, a subdivision process. So during the transition period, we will have a parent lot, which is the original lot, and the child lot. We call it child lot, CHILD, child lot. Okay, child lot A, child lot B, then finalization, or again, certificate, CSC, certificate of statutory completion, then reissue the parent lot bond to child lot. Okay, reissue 2 CT, certificate of title. I don't landed. Landed, you have certificate of title. Okay, then completion of subdivision. That is the whole legal process. more legal process. I have 45 minutes. I don't know. I have so many to teach you guys. Okay. Dwelling units calculation for structural units. This one not important. I tell you, this one is too cheap already. Okay. This is for advanced people who you want to buy a big plot of land. You want to advise, for example, I was invited to one of the developers owned by Li Ka-shing to give advice on their bidding for the old TCS headquarter. TCS is MediaCorp headquarter. Okay, what's Chevrolet Hill is it? Okay, so some of the things they are exploring, yeah, this is for them to build a cluster. How many units you can build outside GCB areas you can also build cluster, or inside GCB area you also can build cluster. These sometimes a lot of people do not know. Okay, but most people won't do that. Or GCB area going to build a cluster because it was somehow devalue the land price, I think. Okay, for GCB owners, the idea of having a GCB is I want privacy, right? Then if you build cluster in a GCB area, that doesn't make sense. Really doesn't make sense. So this is one of the logic, although the law allow us to do it, but we usually won't do it, okay? Because why people pay a premium for GCB areas is due to low density, okay? But let's say you want to build a cluster house inside a GCB area, then you need to follow the form also. Inside GCB area, right? If you have a cluster house, okay, all the unit must be bungalow, cannot have semi-D, cannot have terraces, or cannot have strata semi-D, cannot have strata terraces, can only be strata bungalow. Why do land get smaller over the years from 4,000 square foot to 3,580? Does it implies maybe taken back by state? Why do land get smaller over the years? Again, land gets smaller over the years because people buy and do subdivision. People do and buy and do subdivision. That's why it gets landed, gets smaller and smaller. Condo gets smaller and smaller. Okay, HDB also gets smaller and smaller. Okay, for ownership of land. Okay, for ownership very fast one. Restricted properties, landed are restricted properties. Okay, all landers are restricted properties. There's only one type of landed that is not restricted properties because of a mistake by URA. It's a bloody mistake by URA. Okay, so it's not the norm. This one I'll let Jeep share with you. Okay, why is there such a mistake? For a few years, quite a number of years ago, for a few years, there's an oversight by URA. Okay, when they grant a development approval, right? Okay, they grant up to 20-something projects. Then they discover that they make a mistake. These 20-something projects are granted condo status. Condo status is a legal status. Okay, so these 20 over projects are inside got landed properties. These condos are inside got landed, some landed properties and some high-rise condos. Okay, so but they are granted condo status. Therefore, because of the legal recognition as a condo means that all foreigners can buy. Only those become not restricted properties. Okay, but why is there such existence? It is due to the oversight of URA, which is why causing so many agents to be so confused. For example, City Lights. Okay, City Lights inside the project, City Lights is next to Lavender MRT, right? Okay, inside City Lights, there's a row of conservation shop house converted to residential already. So this row of condo residential shop house is in the form of landed. Therefore, by right, they cannot be sold to foreigners. However, City Lights are granted condo status, making foreigners able to buy those conservation shop house as their residential. Okay, which is why it's so confusing. Okay, so Jeep, your future trainer will have a list. He'll give you the list of these projects that foreigners can buy. Only a limited amount, only old one. These are old one. New one won't. Government will not give condo status anymore. Okay, if it's an apartment status project, right? Inside got landed properties, right? Those are also restricted properties. Could you repeat where to apply to buy remnant lands? SLA, Singapore Land Authority. or on the form is written, on the slide is written. Okay. You see on the slide I show you here. Or Singapore Land Authority. Okay, you submit to Singapore Land Authority. Nice, huh? Okay, what are restricted properties? All landed, okay, including empty residential land. Okay, but the shop houses, townhouses, shop houses are talking about residential shop houses. Okay, even partially residential shop houses are restricted land. Partially, okay, also restricted. At association premises, places of worship, workers' dormitory. Okay, so what are the criteria for approval? This is direct extract from LDAU, Land Dealings Approval Unit. Okay, each applicant is assessed on a case basis, but as a guide, PR for more than 5 years. PR for more than 5 years. Okay, this is the guide. Or you make exceptional economic contribution. You are Dyson. Dyson, okay. Dyson given a lot of privilege. Okay, you shall not dispose of the property within 5 years. Okay, if your foreigners granted permission to buy landed, 5 years you cannot sell, which is most likely why Dyson never sell the landed, sold the penthouse. Yep. Okay, even though during the SSD period he still sell the penthouse. Maybe he also want to sell the landed. Maybe, I do not know. Yeah, just that he has restricted from selling for 5 years. Okay. So land dealing approval units, what are they in charge of? Okay, issuing certificate, prosecuting offenses. Okay, and processing fee per application is $1,220. Okay, so let's say you are joint unrelated applicant, you'll be charged separately. Let's say brother and sister. Okay, brother and sister is 2 applications. Okay, husband and wife is 1 application. Okay, how about HDB shop with residential on second property? Okay, foreigners can apply LDO if want to buy. HDB shop is commercial property. Don't need LDU approval. Okay, HDB shop house, right? Okay, HDB one, don't need LDU approval. Yeah, because it's not landed properties. It's not landed properties. Okay, only for HDB. Conservation shop house need. Full commercial shop houses don't need to get LDU approval for buyer to buy. Partial. When I say partial, I say one title whole shop house, right? Okay, ground floor commercial, second floor commercial, third floor residential. Then you still need to get LDU approval to buy one title with the land title. Yeah. But if it's already subdivided, some shop houses are subdivided already. Like ground floor one title, second floor one title, third floor one title. Foreign ownership of land. Okay, cannot purchase with plot more than 15,000. This obviously was broken by Dyson. Okay, but as a guide, normally you cannot buy above 15,000 square feet. That means GCB you're not supposed to buy one for foreigner. Okay, so I think these are not really very important for your practices, but one of the things that will be relevant is how long is your in principle approval going to be worth. Okay, your in principle approval from LDAU, it can last 1 year, or can last 1 year. Okay, or penalties for breach of conditions. Let's say you are a foreigner, you buy already, then you rent it out. Okay, you can be fined up to 200,000. Or imprisonment up to 3 years. Okay, this is the penalty. Also not very important. Okay, I introduced to you strict block plan. What is strict block plan? Right? Strict block plan guides the layout of forms of development within identified development areas. This is in addition to the general development parameters for typical land. Basically, what does it mean? It means that you see, I just now give you a table of standard development parameters, right? Like setback 7.5 meters from the front, 2 meters from the side. Okay, those are standard development parameters. Okay, so sometimes some landed are given special permission. Like for example, Daphne Street. Daphne Street is at Fidelio area, which is Siglap area. Okay, this is a road. These are so many landeds are given special permission. Okay, special permission. You look, what's so special about this? First, the front setback requirement is only 5 meters instead of the normal 7.5. Any deviation uh, from the standard will have a standard development parameters, right? Will have what they call a street block plan. So street block plan are quite easy. Street block plan quite easy. You can actually search on URI website free of charge. Okay, it's free of charge. There are only less than 100 less than 100 street block plan in Singapore. Okay, how many exactly? I see my notes. I can't remember exactly how many. So this is another example. Lowland road. Lowland road again. You see only 5 meters setback. Then not only that, the side setback for the corner unit, right? Don't need. Okay, the building itself can build all the way to the boundary line, but with no window or with no openings. So this is another example of street block plan that record down unusual development perimeters. Okay, this is to cover, to make sure that sometimes you meet units like this, and then you blur. It's, illegal structure, don't have 2 meters setback, or then you slap on your face. Not everything are not approved, Some of them are approved okay, by street block plan. Okay, another street, this one is not in your notes, you can screenshot later on. Okay, so this one I add on this morning one. Okay, so I'm very dedicated. Make sure that before every training, I try to see whether I got more things to teach you. So I add on this Greenwich Crescent. Okay, so for example, why this thing caught the attention of many people is this. Okay, you see this corner unit. This is the new owner. He go in, he built, right? He built, you see, different from the style of everyone, or the pitch roof style. Okay, so everyone unhappy. Okay, complain him, all these. So they decided, so you see Greenwich Crescent, you see all the buildings is all this style. Okay, pitch roof. So they want to preserve the look. The neighbors want to preserve the look. Okay, so what do they do? So this is just not that unit he built already. So leaving half a triangular roof. So the adjacent unit sold and rebuilt the roof again to make it more symmetrical. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, so here is if your client is going to look at Greenwich Crescent, do take note of several units, like these few units. Because this few units, what? This is at Upper Bukit Timah, Upper Bukit Timah. Okay, near the this Kismis, which is near the Beauty World, near the Beauty World. Okay, so here you can see these owners, the resident here actually try to come together to ask everyone to sign to put a restrictive covenant on their title that if they sell their unit, the next owner must adhere to the pitch roof. Okay, so but luckily not all the owners sign, but only this group, like this 4 units and plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 10 units signed on the agreement. Okay, so they created a strict block plan that says that the new, and they need to keep to this style, this stretch and this stretch, you keep this style. But do take note, what's the implication to these owners are very short-sighted. Okay, yeah, okay, you can live for how long? I give you 30 more years. Property is indefinite, you know what I mean? You put a restrictive covenant like this, right? Okay, next time you want to release it, okay, let's say a new owner come and buy, you want to design to his own taste, now cannot, no, you need to keep to this. Okay, will it really increase your value or decrease your value? Let's say 20 years down the road, when the unit is no longer, it's old, run down, will it increase your value 20 years down the road? No, right? This will probably hamper your value. Okay, in the future. I do not know why they are so adamant about this. Okay, when all these owners start to pass away, then the children will scold their parents. Why in God's name you agree? You never think of long term, 30 years down the road, 40 years down the road. Okay, also do this, but do take note. Greenwich Crescent, if you have buyer buying there, you need to take note of this. You need street block plan. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you street block plan. Okay, so I'm going to share screen with you, my pulp Safari. Okay, so this is list of street block plan and envelope controls. Okay, so you just need to go to control plans, a whole planning, master plan, control plan, list of block and envelope control plans is all here. Okay, it's all here. Then when you click on here, it will show you the street block plan. See, simple. Or you just can just Google street block plan URA. Straight away, they'll bring you to this page. Oh, Cashew Terrace. Okay, this one take much longer to load. Hello? Faster? Or bigger file? Practical, right? All these are very practical where to get stuff. Okay, if you, I hope you really like it. I try to make this as lively as possible, as value as possible by showing you how to get there. Okay. URA, work harder. Okay, finally. Okay, so this is Cashew Terrace. Okay, they show you this, and they also write it down. You see, the street block plan because it's set up in different years, so in different format. Okay, so this one, what are the setback requirements all here? Okay, so if you ever buy a house that inside a street block plan area, okay, your client will be glad that you know what is going on. You can download all this for them to see. Okay, so these are some of the things you can download. It's only one short list, 85 of them. 85. Okay, only one short list. It's all here. So you can just go to URA, check on any one of them. So I already pre-planned what I'm going to share on Safari with you already, with this, all the web pages. Okay, so next. Without looking at the notes, I'm going to share with you this. This is BCA website. Okay, how do you get here? You go to BCA website, right? Well, click on e-service. Okay, once you click on e-service, there are two things down here you can do. I tell you the more important one. The more important one will be plan purchase. Can you see here? Plan purchase. Or you click on plan purchase, you must log in with SingPass. When you plan purchase, a lot of agents ask me, hey, where to buy floor plan? There's no floor plan. You know, floor plan are fake one. Floor plan is developer go and draw and draw a bed there. They are only construction plan from BCA. If the floor plan, original floor plan that the developer give to the seller already many years ago lost already, then you need to get a feel of actual how the building actually look like 2D. You can go to BCA plan purchase under e-services. Okay, so this is exactly where you buy it, or plan purchase. Then the other one that you will use, or you should use one. A lot of agents never use one is advertisement license system. Okay, advertisement license system. For all banners, if you are hanging banners on the vendor, you need to apply for a license by law. By law, you need to apply for license. So you go to here, you log in your SingPass. Okay, I show you how it look like. You log in SingPass. Okay, then you apply license for signage. Click here. Okay, click here. Then make sure that you have a picture of the house, the facade ready. Okay, superimpose the artwork of your banner onto that facade. Okay, then create a JPEG file. Okay, then you need to go through the submission here. Okay, it costs about $20 or for one banner for 3 months. Or for one banner for 3 months. Or this is you don't want to get into trouble. Do this. Most likely no one complain you unless it's an open listing. Okay, if it's an open listing, then I urge you to do the license. Okay, so the first, because they only approve one license, one building. So if yours is approved, if someone else hang their banner, you can take a picture and complain. No? And take a complaint to BCA and ask them to come and find that fella who have no license to hang about the go and hang. So this is also one of the tricks. Okay, but complaining people, not a very good. After many years in the industry, I become more solemn. Last time I very hot temper, all this. I become more solemn. I try not to make enemies because it's very harmful to have enemies. No matter how unreasonable they are idiots, they are not very good people. Don't try to make life hard for them. Why? You'll never know what it will cost you. You'll never know what it will cost you. Okay, let's go back to my slide again. A bit fast. I'm going very fast. Okay, for those who feel that I'm going very, very fast, I hope I ask for understanding. Okay, because now I'm only at page 70 plus. I got 100 over slides. I left only 25 minutes. Okay, so here, road line plan I already explained. Okay, how to go there, road line plan. Okay, road line plan. I show you the actual example. This one Cat 1 to Cat 5 I already put in the notes for you. Wait, this is the actual example. This is a real road line plan. This is a real road line plan. I know it's very small. I zoom in for you on the next page. This is 8 Pohar Road. You see, I keep using 8 Pohar Road. This is 8 Pohar Road. Okay. I sold this unit in the first open house. During and you know what is opposite the is All Saints Homes. All Saints Homes. Then down here, got a columbarium. You know what is a columbarium? A columbarium is where you put ashes of your ancestors or of your parents, okay, or ancestors. So I still remember when I go for a listing, I didn't know, I only see All Saints Home. Okay, but when I want to do open house on the first weekend, right, I found that the All Saints Homes put up a banner here with the picture of the urns that they put an advertisement right at my doorstep, fronting me, urns, with pictures of urns, say how much to place your urns there. Straight away, I cancel the open house. Wow, how can you do that to me? I have two open house, you put an urn in front of me, I'll confirm I cannot sell already. So I canceled the open house. I sent a letter to All Saints Homes and asking them to move the banner a bit or maybe further down the road I don't put it in front of my house. Okay, so they are quite friendly. They actually relented. Okay, they shift the banner. They say I can help you shift you. Okay, so next week I go and conduct the open house. I still remember some of my team is there to help me. Okay, this is before COVID. Okay, before COVID, I always tell the agents the best way to sell a house is what? Open house. So what is the best time to conduct open house? Okay, I tell you, test you all, okay, not to embarrass you all, test you all will give me like the 10 to 11, 12 to 1, 2 to 5, stuff like this. Okay, then my answer will be, you conduct open house one time, 3 o'clock or 11 o'clock, just 11 o'clock. Everyone come at 11 o'clock. So what? So they will bid for the house. Okay, so they will bid for the house. Imagine during those days, landed sales are very slow. Okay, I sold it within one viewing. How? I invite all the buyers to come together. Okay, finally, one developer just bought it. Or he sit there, he bought it. Then I tell him, after he bought it, then he realized, hey, got road line plan. Okay, got road line plan. See here. Say, wow, affected. Part of the land need to surrender to government. This part, this pink color box need to be set aside. So the gate, the new gate after redevelopment must start from behind the red line. Of course, it will affect the value. Okay, luckily I go on bidding. So the developer is a developer, so he cannot say that he never do his own due diligence. I'm representing the seller, not him. Okay, so he is an expert. Yeah, so he didn't gamble. The developer didn't gamble and he bought it. Obviously, he still make money lah. He still make money from this, but because of this road line, he don't allow me to sell for him. I say, oh, got road line. Yeah, I also know got road line. Oh, got corobarium. I also know got corobarium. KVM Tong. KVM Tong. Okay. But now, factors like this, if you don't disclose, will be an issue. Or will be an issue. Okay. So road line plan need to buy. Okay. This request for plans. This is what I shared already. Drainage interpretation plan, sewage interpretation plan. Not important. Not important. Okay. Why is important is this. The reason why you need that. The reason why you need that. The reason why you need it is because you want to build a swimming pool, most likely. You want to shift a manhole. You want to shift an inspection chamber. Do take note, the shifting of manhole and inspection chamber. Nowadays, the cost can go up to hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands. Okay, so which is why is we always advise a QP to come in, or a QP to come in. If you are serving a buyer, make sure that you have some constructor at your pet and call. Okay, at your pet and call, you have some constructor. Don't go and ask who got constructor lah. Like for example, you see, some constructors, they got their own kind of behavior. I think one of them who entertain all agents are Wilson, Rest and Relax. Wilson is the nicest guy lah. He won't find the agent irritating, agent don't know anything or waste their time. He always help people, so you can approach Wilson from Rest and Relax or one of his staff, okay, to assist you. Okay, other constructors sometimes they are more adamant. They are more adamant. So let's talk about practical knowledge. These are BCA plan purchase. I already show you already notes for you to keep so that you're able to assess that. Okay, so not important. Advertising license, not important. I already show you already. Okay, how much it costs? You see, $23 only for a 2-meter square banner for 3 months. It costs only $23 to license. So it's very, very cheap. You should apply for it. Okay, before I talk about DC calculation, okay, I want to share about construction costs. Since we are here, myself, everything I can pour to you, I pour all my knowledge to you. So current construction cost per square foot. How do we estimate? How do you estimate what is the construction cost if I want to tear down the whole place and rebuild? Okay, usually we call certain terms, turnkey project. Turnkey, that means put in the key and turn. Turnkey project means consumer hire one architect, everything the architect will do for them. Then just pass them the key, the turnkey, they can go into the house. Turnkey project costing will usually be higher because you have more people trying to earn a profit. Right? The architect will try to earn a profit or mark up from the constructor. Mark up from constructor. But if you do not have an architect, right, then it will be a different thing. There are various modes that you can build a landed house. You either, if you want better design or this, of course, you go to architect. Well-known architect firms. Then from there, top-down approach, architect will appoint constructor, and the constructor will build for you. Or you can go to a constructor that have in-house architect or professional engineer working for them. Okay, like companies like Wilson, Rest and Relax, or any other constructor firms. Okay, the price difference, okay, should be nowadays if you go to famous architect like DP Architect to build a landed house, okay, I think you will be looking at $400 to $500 per square foot. DP Architect. Okay, who is DP Architect? They are the one who design Esplanade, Bugis Junction. Okay, so high level architect. Okay, if you go to constructors, you'll be looking at turnkey project about $300 per square foot. We are talking about built-in. Built-in, $300 to $350 per square foot. If you go to a constructor, which is higher risk, or you know how to, you already have your own constructors, okay? Like I know a few agents who turn developers. They have their own source of constructors. Their cost can be as low as $200 per square foot, or $200 per square foot. Okay. Besides QP, PE, architect, who else is involved in the construction of land? Contractors, main con, building contractor, subcon, a lot of subcon, a lot of subcon. Yeah, not easy to coordinate. Wait, DC calculation for landed actually not so important. Why? If you are building one DC, okay, building one landed, let's say I go and buy one landed, I demolish it and build only one landed, I exempted from DC. Take note, exempted from DC. Okay, right now, if you want to go and buy one unit and tear it all down and build one more, just a bigger unit, don't need to pay development charge. I exempted from paying development charge. However, if you buy one landed bungalow and do subdivision into a pair of semi-T, then you need to pay DC charges. Okay, so the DC, the basic formula, let me tell you, you want to calculate to the dot right now, there's no way you can calculate right to the cents right now, because there will be a part you need to purchase the figure from URA. Okay, so how does it work? Development charge equals to development ceiling. What is development ceiling? Okay, your proposed value. Your proposed value. Let's say your current DC, let's say you want 400 square meter built, a GFA, gross floor area, 400 square meter GFA equivalent to close to GFA of 400 times 10.764 is, let me see, 400 times 10.764 is 4,305 square feet of GFA. GFA. When we go to landed, right? Landed, people like to quote you two kind of floor area. Two kind. They never quote you GFA one. GFA is 4,300. They'll quote you what? Built in or built up. Built in or built up. Okay. Built in, typically means you include in the roof terrace, you include in the aircon latch, okay, and balcony, okay, and cover area, including car pouch. But GFA does not include car pouch. So your GFA is 4,300. That means your built-in should be around 5,000 plus. Around 5,000 plus. Then some landed developer will quote you built up. Built in, all this makeup one. Okay. Built up lagi was okay, is built in plus a lot of other things like swimming pool size. Your swimming pool size added into a built up. So sometimes when you go to see a landed house, the developer tell you, okay, this one is 6,000 built up. Just look at the house, feel like only 4,000 over square foot. How come 6,000 built up? Okay, the 4,000 over is the GFA, the cross floor area. Okay, then they include the car pouch area plus the swimming pool area. The swimming pool is already 1,000 square feet. So add in, become 6,000 over square feet. So do not be surprised when you see here built up, you have this. I hope this is good knowledge for you. This is a differentiate what is built up, what is built in, and what is GFA. GFA is only official one. Or official one. Anyway, even if it's a landed house outside the landed zoning, if they want to increase usage of land, also don't need to pay DC. Yes, also don't need to pay DC as long as it is landed. As long as it's landed. Okay. If you change your apartment, have to pay. Okay. As long as landed, one unit to one unit. One unit to one unit. Okay. Another thing, if you buy over landed, right, from a developer, let's say from Bukit Sembawang, or like Luxus Hill, or you buy from Bukit Sembawang, within 3 years of the TOP, you cannot do A&A. Not say cannot, you can. Okay. But if you do A&A within 3 years from the TOP of a new project, right, you need to pay DC. You need to pay DC. Garden space not included. Yeah, they must build something, then it's included. Empty space also say build up, then it's already like cheating already. Build up to me is already like cheating already. Swimming pool also count. Yeah, they make people very confused. Build up, I look at the house, 6,000. I feel like only 3,000. Yeah. Okay, because say 1,000 in the car pouch, 1,800 square feet in the swimming pool, add together extra 2,008, minus away 6,000, you left only 3,002. So the inside usable area only 3,002, but when they sell to you, it's 6,000, very good, 6,000. This This is normal, normal. Okay, so last 10 minutes, squeeze. I squeeze some more for you. Okay. So dividend charge. Okay, dividend ceiling is what you propose. Okay, which is why I feel it's not very useful for landed property unless you want to do subdivision. Dividend baseline is the current approved GFA. For example, right now you have a bungalow. The current approved GFA is plot ratio 1.4. Okay, so let's say your land is 3,000 square. No, cannot be 3,000. It should be 500 square meter. Okay, times 1.4 equals to 700, or even to 700 square meter. Okay, built in GFA. If you already hit 1.4, when you do subdivision, right? When you do subdivision, you divide out the GFA 350, then you don't need to pay. You do not need to pay DC charge at all. If your current is 700 square meter, but most likely if you are a detached house, right? Because of the rule of site coverage, okay? Site coverage is 50%. Okay, site coverage means footprint 50%. Okay, detached house can only cover the land 50%. Or can only cover the land 50%, which means that if you have a 500 square meter land, right, you can only cover 250 square meter. The building can only cover 250 square meter. So let's say you build 2-story, then second story even smaller some more. Okay, so you most likely only have max out 1.4 max out the 1.4. If you already max out 1.4, okay, and if I do the subdivision, I remain it as 1.4, I still don't need to pay DC calculation. Correct? You understand what I'm talking about? So which is why I say DC calculation for landed usually we seldom need to do. We seldom need to. But in case you need to do, okay, there's the proposal or your proposed GFA and your current GFA. Okay, development baseline is your current GFA. Your proposed GFA, current GFA, minus development charge exemption. This is the part that is you have to buy from URA. Okay, so the development charge exemption is what? Okay, is safeguard historical baseline. Wow. Or safeguard historical, which I don't want to teach. No point teaching you. I just show you the theory of DC calculation. Okay, DC for landed B1, group B1, 5,390 for sector 104. This I will show you how to get there. Okay, then calculating the baseline is here. Okay, application fee $1,600 inclusive GST. This is to determine your safeguard historical baseline. You need to pay them $1,600. You cannot calculate without paying them this. Okay, so calculating dividend charge exemption, safeguard historical baseline. Okay, these are some of the theories behind. You can read it. It's not important for you to know it, but I want to show you the category. Category A for DC charge is commercial. B1 landed. B2, because every time I talk about B1, everyone start to tell me, oh, B1 factory, nonsense. Okay, this is DC charge category. DC charge category B1 is landed. Okay, B2 is non-landed, condo and apartment. Class C is hotel, okay, or hospital. D is industrial. D is to pay government taxes. Then E is places of worship, etc. So this, you probably have background knowledge, can already. And this is an example of calculating. Since you have to pay $1,600, that means you won't calculate, right? Yeah, but if you ever need to calculate, this is the formula. This is the formula. Okay, which I'm not going to go in depth with you. I'm going to do more sharing, okay, on practical stuff that you will probably use one. Okay, but I give you the notes in case ever you need to be more advanced, talk to a developer, right? You have all these background notes already. You won't go down there totally blind. Okay, let me see what about the things I haven't shared with you yet. Okay, from the, I think I share most of the, yeah, I share everything already. Okay, if you're including your contract. So I think I squeezed every single minute out of this session. Yeah, so which is I feel good about this. Okay, so some questions. Building okay, your questions, most of you already asked finish. Any more questions that I can answer you, or you can give me some feedback? What can I improve on this course? I know the time I speed up. Imagine I speed up, I still left only 10 minutes to answer questions. Ray can show before development charge slide again. Before this development charge slide. Okay, hold on. Let me share again. You hold on. Share. Which one? Bessie, which page you have the notes, right? Is all these are printed in the notes. Ray, with Wakia listing, we arrange viewing directly with them. Of course, you arrange directly with them. Or you want to go through me also can. But why would you want to go through me? Okay, go through them. I'm giving you free of charge. You go to them, you take the full commission. Don't need to share with me. Yeah, take the full commission. Or the go to their website, right? The contact number is there. Yeah. Okay. Here. All this. Okay, now I'm going to do a demo of how to get DC charge live, because DC charge change every year twice. Okay, 1st of March and 1st September, which means that you always need to check your DC charges. Okay, so last sharing before I let you all go. Okay, last sharing. Let me URL space. I hope I didn't rah-rah. I don't like to rah-rah. Of course I want to promote myself, but I think my main focus is to teach. And that's why I spend very little time talking about myself. In case you do not know me, my name is Ray. I'm going to show you where to get the DC charge rate. Okay. Okay. So when you go to URL space, this is URL space, you just Google URL space, right? Oh, where can we get the slide? The slide is in your notes. The notes. Okay. The slide is in your notes. Yeah. Okay. So here, look at this. When you go to URL space, right? Check development charge rates. So when you go and check development charge rate, right, depend on your map lah. Okay, you can see let them populate the line first. Okay, you see all these lines is the boundary of the map. Depending on your unit, let's say your unit is district 14. Okay, Kembangan. You click on this is district 14. This is sector. You see here, sector 28. The whole area is sector 28. Okay, you are in Lengkong 2 lah, etc. So you can see B1 development charge 4,900. The current applicable development charge is March. Okay, so next month you will change. Next month it might change. Okay, make sure that if you really need to know the DC rate to the most accurate, right? Okay, September you have to check again, or after 1st September you will check again. Yeah. Okay. This is how you get DC rate. Or you can click on, this is sector 103. Okay, 103 is Potong Pasir, Woodleigh, Tai Seng, or Toa Payoh. Sector 103, okay, 5,006 for B1 landed. For condo is 7,140. This is per square meter. Do take note that the fundamentals or the foundation for DC rate is freehold property. Freehold property. If you are developing a leasehold property, right, you need to use this DC rate multiplied by a table we call Bala table, okay, which is a percentage of freehold value as compared to a leasehold value. For example, a 99-year leasehold is deemed to be 96% value of freehold. 96. So you use 96% multiplied by 5,006. Okay, the Bala table you can also get it from URA space. Of course, it's not. The Bala table is what is the common name for it, but in the under URA is called leasehold value as a percentage of freehold table, something like that. Okay, the name of the table, very, very long. Okay. Where can you get the notes? You can get the notes from Life Mastery Academy. It's physical copy. I don't think they give soft copy. Yeah, it's physical copy. It was very, very thick book. It's a very, very thick book. Okay. So, okay, that's it. That's it. Okay, I see I'm losing people already. I stopped share. Okay, any feedback to me? Okay, do you think this is useful? Okay, I because we really changed the sequence. By right, I'm supposed to finish this, then all the other lecturers start to give you, start to give you all the practical tips. Okay, and I'm trying to make this the #1 landed course in Singapore. Okay, not because of fame, it's more because of practicality. You guys can become top landed transactors because of this course. You may have no fear. You go in, you know everything already. Okay, this is why the purpose of us creating this course. Okay, so if you like it, okay, and please ask more of your friends to join the next batch in 2 months or 2 months time. Ray, is there a difference for the number of mezzanine floor we can build compared to second and third story house? Yes, there is. You need to check your architect. Okay, the possibilities. Yes. Okay. So do me a favor. Do me a favor. Okay, sometimes when we do things, when we give courses, we also need our boss to know we did a good job. Okay, or we did a bad job. Okay, if you think that we do a good job, you can let's take a photo with me. Then you can post on Facebook to tell Calvin, our ED, or Ismail that we did a good job, because honestly we really didn't get any pay for this course. Yeah, so if you do not mind, that's the only compensation I can get. Okay, at least let my boss have good impression of me. Okay, so I just do a stupid post like this. If you can, you on your camera, you can pin your own camera photo and pin my photo, then we can take a side-by-side photo. Okay, then I'm not going to take the photo. You going to you can you take the photo? Okay, I'm out of breath. Okay. Okay, so do me a favor. If you have taken the photo, okay, give me some comments on Facebook so that our boss know that I did a good job. Okay, and I wish you guys all the best for your landed journey. Okay, I'll see you in the field. Okay, thank you everyone. Goodbye.